Hi Flosstube, my name is Kristen and this is my channel CowStitcher. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm happy to be back making another video. Let's see, what have I been up to? So I don't know if you remember, but my friends and I decided to cancel the Annabella's retreat and instead we rented an Airbnb in Virginia Beach. This was like, 2 or 3 weekends ago. So we had so much fun. It was super cheap and definitely better than paying a ridiculous amount of money to go to that retreat. So we just hung out and stitched and went shopping. We went to Dying to Stitch in Virginia Beach, and then we went to Liberty Hill Needleworks in Williamsburg, and we went to Hobby Lobby, and we stayed up way too late stitching and talking and hanging out, and we had Flosstube on the TV just muted the whole time we were there. We played left, right, center with some DMC. Just had the best time, and it was definitely worth it, and it was awesome. So I would recommend, if you have the chance to get an Airbnb with some of your stitchy friends and do that instead of a retreat, you'll have so much fun. It was awesome. So yeah, so let's just get into some stitching. So at the retreat that we did a smalls exchange, and if you look at my Instagram, I posted a picture of my small for the exchange. I did a small Halloween ornament by Lola Crow. It was like a freebie. It was a cute little ghost with some candy corn. So I don't have anything to show, but if you look at my Instagram, there's a picture of that in there. And I received this cute ornament from my friend Connie. And of course, I'm blanking on the designer's name right now. But yeah, I will try to post that in the description box below after this video. But how cute is that? Oh my gosh. So it's been on my tree. I love it. But as you can see, I've decorated for Christmas now. So I took down, the day after Halloween, I took down all my Halloween and fall, and I put out all my Christmas. I'm pretty much almost done decorating. I just have to do my big family tree, but all my other trees are up. So maybe I'll make a video of a home tour video, we'll see. But I also have previous home tour videos on my channel if you wanna go look at those. I have a patriotic, a fall and Halloween, and a Christmas one. So you can go check out those. But Connie also made this basket that she actually made this and she had some tea in here and then the piece. Isn't that so cute? So I'm gonna try to display this somehow. Okay, so I have a bunch of finishes. I finished, this is When Pumpkins Glow by With Thy Needle and Thread, Brenda Gervais. I just did the two little people, the pumpkin people, and that was it because I thought they were adorable. And I did some Lady Dot Rick Rack here, and then this is the back. So this is stitched on, I feel like it's a Ligonier Latte from R&R, but it would be on my Instagram if you're wondering. It's 36 count, and I use all the called for colors. So cute. I finished, okay, this one I found my chart. This is Candy Corn by With Thy Needle and Thread, Brenda Gervais, and I stitched mine on the called for. It's 30 count weeks dye works gold, and I fully finished it into the candy corn. How cute is that? So I used all the called for except for I changed the purple on the dress. It called for Dutch Iris, which is mine was like really bright blue, and I didn't really like it, so I made mine a darker purple. So isn't that so cute? I love it. I like that it's a different shaped finish too. And this is the back. I just used the same fabric that I stitched it on the back. So yeah. And then I finished, this is Lollies, Crows, and Candy Corn by Brenda Gervais With Thy Needle and Thread. And this is stitched on 40 count oil green by XJU Design. And I used all the called for colors on it, except for the lollipops. I changed those. I believe I said what I did for those in my last video or on Instagram. I can't remember I know this color is Priscilla's Peppermint. But yeah, and then I used some Lady Dot Rick Rack. I feel like the color's called Wicked. It's cute. It's an awesome purple color. And then this is the back. There's something on there. So there's the back. I love it. I love this so much. It's awesome. And then I stitched, this is called Frady Felix by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. I saw Nicole Spohr do this and I knew I had to do it. So this is stitched on 36 count Shadow by Picture This Plus. So this pocket is what the stitched part is. And I used all the called for colors. How cute is that pocket? And then the cat, everything like the cat face, the back of the cat pillow is all the 36 count Shadow. And this was really hard to sew. So I did it with my friend Dee. She stitched it as well, and then I went over her house and we spent the whole day finishing this. Man, it took us forever, like way longer than I thought. Brenda Gervais, the chart comes with a pattern that you're supposed to trace to cut out the cat in the back. And the cat, it was, in my opinion, too small. Like, it just wasn't working. So I made it bigger. I like traced an inch around the pattern that we were given, and then I cut out that. But it's still, to me, didn't seem, it's okay. It's not, I feel like it should be a little bit bigger, but it's fine. So then you cut out some wool felt, and you cut it out in the shape of the nose and the eyes and the mouth, and then you just whip stitch over that. So his face looks funny, but I really like it. The face took me over an hour to do. It was a really long time, but I think it turned out really, really good. And then I got these picks from Hobby Lobby. I want to distress them a little bit, but I just haven't done that yet. I want to make the flowers and everything a little bit darker. And then I got the key from Michael's in the jewelry section. They have keys, and also the wire is from the jewelry section that wraps the key around the neck. And then I got this star is music paper that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I just cut out a star shape on my silhouette machine. It's like a Cricut. And then there's cardboard on the back of it. So I cut the same shape in the cardboard, and then I glued it together. And then I took my antiquing spray that I have and just dipped a Q-tip in it and rubbed it all over the star to distress it a little bit. So it looks really cute. I really like it. Nicole Spohr has a great finishing tutorial. The only thing that I think that she didn't mention in her tutorial is that she definitely made the cat bigger in the back, and that was the only thing that bothered me about her video, was that she didn't say that she did that, because I would have made mine a lot bigger, because you can tell she has a really big gap between the bottom of the top of the pocket and the bottom of the cat's mouth. Like, she has a lot of room right there, but her tutorial is great otherwise. So anyway, this was a really big finish. I'm really happy it's done, and it'll go well in my Halloween decor next year too. So there is my finish of that. And my next finish is from Snowmen in the Forest by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. As you can tell, she's one of my favorite designers. So I did the little snowman with the tree in it. How cute is that? Oh my gosh. So this is stitched on 36 count vintage homespun from R&R, which I got at Dying to Stitch when I went with my friends there. And it's using all the called for floss, and this is natural rickrack from Lady Dot, and this is the back. So I'm really excited to get the rest of these finished. And I bought at Dying to Stitch, they had these displayed in a bowl, and they put little felt balls in it, and they were really cute. They look like little snowballs. So I bought some of those from Amazon so that I can do the same thing in my display. Okay, my next finish is, I finished this at the retreat. We were able to go shopping at Dying to Stitch the day after the retreat people went shopping, and Brenda Gervais was there for the retreat, and she had all her new releases there, so I got it really early, which was great. So I stitched this basically in one day because we stayed up way too late stitching. And so yeah, this is called Sweater Weather, and mine is stitched on 36 count winter brew from R&R with all the called for floss. How adorable is that? Oh my gosh, I love him, and his sweater is adorable. So I ordered the piece that it's finished on, this wood piece from Chantel's 141, so I'm hoping that will be here soon. It's been a while. It's been I ordered it like over 20 days ago. It hasn't shipped yet, so hopefully that will ship soon. Okay, so my next finish, I actually finished this last night, is Letters for Santa by Brenda Gervais with that needle and thread. I was watching Saltbox Stitcher, and she received this as a gift from somebody, and they had finished it like a pillow like this, but then they put a pocket here, and they put some picks in it and things, and it was so cute. So I was like, I need to do that. Mine is stitched on 36 count Ligonier Latte by R&R with mostly the called for colors. I did change a lot or just omitted some, so I will talk about that. So it's kind of weird. Some of the letters were supposed to be, so most of all the letters I did in Apple Cider by Gentle Art, and some of them were supposed to be like heirloom gold, I think it was. Let me see. It was just like, yeah, so heirloom gold, which is very similar, kind of. That was supposed to be some of the letters, and I just didn't think it looked good. And on the cover photo, I just feel like all the letters look like they're the same color. You can't even tell that they're different. So I was like, I'm just doing all of them in the same, the same color. And then the deer were supposed to be a lighter color, like the deer here and here. And I did not like that. So I did it the darker. I did it in, it's in Wood Trail by Gentle Art. And then the trees, so the trees are supposed to be two different colored greens, and one of the greens is called Dried Thyme by Gentle Art. And mine is more brown than green looking, especially when you take it off the skein, off of this. So I just decided I'm doing all the trees the same color, and I chose Weeks Dye Works Seaweed, which I used to bobbinate on my fancy floss, so I don't do that anymore, but I did seaweed for all of the trees, which I think looks really good. So those were my major changes, it's funny because I usually don't change any of Brenda Gervais' things, but I think that because this is an older chart, the dye lots of the Gentle Art don't look as good. They're not the same. So I just think it didn't look good. So, and also I think that Gentle Art, more than any other floss dyer, is the most inconsistent out of everyone. Like it can be crazy how different the colors are. So, okay, those are all my finishes. Oh, and I forgot to show my previous finishes. So let's do previous finishes. Oh wait, actually I have one more finish. I finished this one right here in this snowman in the forest. So here is my finish. This is on 36 count vintage homespun from R&R Fabrics. Oh, isn't that so cute? I love it. So I use all the called for colors too. So my goal is I want to stitch this one next and then be done with this, because I feel like if I put this away, I won't take it back out again and finish it. So there's that. And then my previous finishes, I grabbed some ornaments off my tree. So this is a Prairie Schooler from the Mini Santas chart. I'm not sure if I've ever shown this before, but I stitched this on, I think it's 36 count or 32 count Murky from Picture This Plus. And I used all the called for colors. It's all DMC. So I got the idea from stitching on the Murky from Michelle. What's her channel? I'm blanking on her channel name right now. If you guys know what I'm talking about, I'll write it below. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I can't think of her name. But anyway, so I love it. And this is a paddle from Hobby Lobby in the Christmas section that I just used on the other side. So really cute. And then I have finished all of the ornaments from the Oh Christmas 3 series from Hands On Design. And these are all stitched on 28 count black Jobelin. I used the called for colors, except for, I know I used a Weeks Dye Works for the blue because it called for, I think, color and cotton, and I didn't have it. So I just picked a similar Weeks Dye Works. So I finished it as a circle. Isn't that so cute? So there's Noel, and here's Joy. And here's Peace. Those are really cute. I love these. So, and then the last thing I have, I feel like this is called Santa Claus is Coming to Town or something like that. This is by Stitching with the Housewives. I stitched this a while ago, and I believe this is also 28 count black Jobelin with the called for floss, probably fancy floss. And I finished it on this mailbox from Hobby Lobby, and it's magnetized. So it's an easy thing to put out. Isn't that cute? I love that. So, okay. And then I have one whip. I've been really good about finishing what I'm working on lately. So a lot of people were starting the Gather In from Plum Street Samplers. So I decided to join in because I love this chart, and I never start it. So I was like, maybe if I start it, I'll pull it out and actually stitch on it. So this is the Gather In from Plum Street Samplers. And I really don't have much, but this is stitched on, let me find my paper. This is stitched on Cedar River Linen Maple Bar, 36 count. And this is what I have done. So not a big start, but at least it's something. And I love this fabric, it's really pretty. And I have it all ready to go in my bag for whenever I decide to pull it out. Okay. And I think that's it for my whips. That's my only whip that I have. Let's do some haul. So we went to, like I said, we went to Liberty Hill Needleworks one day. They were having a trunk sale, and I got some Needle Bling 40 count suede. Really pretty. So she was having a Needle Bling trunk show, I should say. So this is the fabric. It's so pretty. I love it. So I got that, And then I got some floss that I needed, and then I got these two birds of a feather Santas. I got black Santa, he's so cute, and green Santa. Love them. And then we went to Dyeing to Stitch, and that's where I got the vintage homespun from R&R. And I also got, they had like little cuts of fabric laying around, so I got, let me find the piece of paper. This is called Blackbird's Nest, 36 count, which I'd never heard of this before. So it's like tied, it was tied like this, but this is the color. It kind of looks like Winter Brew a little bit. I feel like, you know, but it's a nice neutral. So, and then I got, they had these beads, the buttons they're from Just Another Button Company. And these are the little buttons that go on the Snowball, in the Snowball book from Brenda Gervais, all of her little snowmen pillows in that book. So I needed those for that. And then let's see. So I am a fabric ambassador for Grace Notes, and the fabric I got for October, which I'm a little late in filming, so this is for October. This is called Wings of Silver, 40 count. It's really pretty gray color. Hopefully you can see that. I love that. So yeah, this is called Wings of Silver. I wonder if it's better up close. Yeah, it's really pretty. And that's from Grace Notes. And then I ordered the Chantel's 141 ornament box, which I love getting every year. And I will show you the charts that came in that. So this is Wreath Birds from Robin Pickens. So she gave 2 designs, which is cool. This is Winter Stroll from Plum Street. I love this. We'll definitely be stitching that. And then this is Poinsettia Pageant from Hands On Design. And then we got Feathers and Frost from Annie Bees. So cute. And then this is The Giver from Teresa Kogut. I love this. I love the little Santa face. Everyone's stitching Teresa Kogut Santas, and I haven't stitched one yet, so I feel like I need to. And then she gave us these stickers, I guess to put on the back or something, I don't know, so that you know what it's from. They're kind of nice, they're really nice stickers. And then this is what came in the box. And then she gave us all the wood pieces for the ornaments. So this is for the Teresa Kogut one. These 2 pieces here. This one's really cute. This paddle. This one. And this one. So those are really, really nice. Okay, I believe that is all I have for you today. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will be back in a couple of weeks with hopefully some more finishes. I have a lot of things up in my craft room that I want to finish. So, and I hope that everyone has a great Thanksgiving if I'm not back by then, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, have a nice day. Bye.